So what's up? I am channeling Molly's fatigues tonight. Yes, I am also channeling Nene Leak's realness. Review to come in the morning. This is Auntie. And this is your first time being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. And to all of my faithful nieces and nephews who have been with Auntie from the beginning, thank you. I love you to pieces. Tonight, I am coming out to do my review on 90 Day Fiance. These crazy mofos. I apologize in advance that I was not able to come out and be with you tonight live, but I will be here tomorrow, first thing. Tomorrow I'm going to try to come out at a special time. I'm going to try to come out at least an hour early, around 8. So hopefully you will be available to be with your auntie at that time. But we're going to go ahead on and get into this review of the 90 Day Fiance mofos. We start off this episode, y'all, with Nicole and Azan. They are leaving Morocco, and they're on their way to a Giza, wherever, whatever. This is where Azan's auntie lives, okay? Nicole is excited about going to stay with the aunt because she is hoping that she is going to be able to ride a camel at the aunt's house. She wants to ask Azan if it's okay for her and him to sleep in the same room. I don't know what the hell she's thinking about. Because guess what? You can't sleep with them over there. You gotta sneak. You gotta sneak. God damn. What part of you can't be seen in public, seen in private, and sleep with Azan while you over there, boo? Do what you got to do to take care of yourself, because you can't get anything else. Okay, so I digress. Azan decides that he wants to go ahead on and take them out on a little tour. Okay. With baby Maye, who's out of complete control. Now, I've seen little kids be busy and all of that kind of stuff, but I ain't never seen a child be as busy as Maye. That's too much. Like, that little ass is up on a leash, right? But she is going off like she twirling around and spinning around. And I don't know if this is editing or what this is, whether or not this girl has some wind down time or not. Like, I don't know. But this girl off the hook. So on their way to grandmama's house, they stop off at, a mosque in Casablanca. It's at this time that Azan says that, he feels like he's, the husband, and he feels close to Maye. He says he believes it's too late for Maye to be, Muslim, because she's already Christian like her mom. But, when they get married and have children and everything, that maybe, they can have Muslim, Christian / whatever the children decide, children. Okay. That's fair. Nicole's not really open to it. He doesn't know that yet, but Nicole ain't open to it, okay? Azan, like, for real. Like, okay. They in the car. Baby Maye hold down the right side of the car. Nicole is in the middle. and Azan is somewhere on the left side. I said, God damn. She done ate him. Or at least ate the side. Like, she's up on him like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can't move. Like, he is like crushed in the middle. Like, all this, she's in complete violation of his airspace, breathing space. I know that ass was numb as a cotton freaking ice cube on the ear that's getting ready to get pissed. I know that he is as numb as 5 wisdom teeth about to be pulled out your mouth at one time. I said, ain't enough anesthesia, okay, in the doctor's office to keep me from feeling that numb. God damn, he could have had surgery done with that girl's weight all up on him like that. Now look, I ain't no small girl, but I see goddamn. She leaning all on him and, you know, breathing on him and hyperventilating on him and horny all on him. And the only thing she can think about is just being with him sexually. I mean, y'all, for real, like I was sitting there like, okay, for real, Azan, damn. Is the green card really worth all of that? It just ain't enough anesthesia to numb me enough not to feel that girl's weight up on my body like that. Like, I would wake the hell up out of a coma. Nicole, you need to go to, you know, different hospitals and stuff like that and visit people who are in comas. Lay your fat ass up on there and resurrect them. You understand what I'm saying? I just was like, this is too much. I mean, get a bigger car. I don't understand why it's not a bigger car or why somebody didn't ride in the front. Like, what kind of car the hell was it? Oh, God damn. I mean, like, that was a long ride. Like, that would have just been the ride of a lifetime. Like, I wouldn't have ever wanted to take another ride like that again. Like, Azan, like, my heart goes out to you, my sincerest prayers and apologies for Nicole's fat ass being so lazy that she just can't get that weight off like that. I mean, you know, it does take a lot to get the weight off because it's not just exercise, but it's diet too. And as we can see, she's a chicken nugget eating ass somebody. So, you know, ain't no weight gonna go anywhere when you just eating chicken nuggets and french fries and pizza everywhere you go. I mean, I didn't even know Morocco sold pizza till I saw baby Maye eating pizza and everything. And I said, God, I mean, she done got that stuff delivered by Domino's all the way over there. You know what I'm saying? 30 minutes or less. I just get... He's walking and he got Maye on the leash. He said he know people looking at him, you know, with the leash on her. He said, but you know what? This is the only way that I can keep baby Maye close to me. I know if my mother saw me that she would smack the taste buds out my mouth for doing it. But since my mother not around and baby Maye is off the hook, I'm going to go ahead on and let her be on this leash. It just absolutely was out of control. Like, I just kept sitting up there thinking in my mind, the hell am I looking at? Like, this has gotten completely and totally out of control with baby Maye. And Azan is saying, as far as the arguments and stuff like that is concerned, that this time is better than the last time, and that he really does have a closeness. I just... Anyway, the next person we see is Elizabeth and Andrei. She goes over, you know, to where he lives, basically. And he says that his city is the poorest city in Europe. Did he say Europe? Yes, in Europe. Moldova. He reveals that he's a bouncer. Says he's not an aggressive type of guy, but he can handle himself. He don't start no fights, but he'll end them. You know what I'm saying? He's that type of guy said, don't start nothing, there won't be nothing. He's a show enough rebel. Now, you know, here's the thing, Elizabeth. I know you think you a rebel, boo. And you really don't have no cause, but he got a cause. It's cause and effect. But anyway, she runs into his arms at the airport and, you know, he stops her and he says, I have something to tell you. And she's like, uh-oh, oh my God, oh crap, what the hell's going on? And he basically tells her that in the next 2 days, he has in his appointment for the visa. As we know, Elizabeth had already met with a lawyer before she got there. And so she's really concerned about whether or not Andrei is going to be able to come over. She wants to make sure that Andrei doesn't commit any type of visa fraud or anything like that. You know, these glasses is irritating the hell out of me, sliding down my face. I feel like Danielle. I feel like I just need to go... Muhammad, I want my check tonight. Let me stop. The next crazy mofo we see is Lewis. Lewis is Mr. Maye, Mr. Stepmom. Molly is out working, making them duckies and everything, so she can take another trip over to the DR. So she can take care of, you know, her little love interest, Lewis, and the rest of the family. She's working 9 to 5. You understand what I'm saying? 10 to 7. You know, she's just working so much. And she leaves her little baby, Kinsley, alone with Lewis. What kind of... You don't know this man. Molly, you don't know nothing about him. You don't know anything about him, and you leave your baby girl there with him. Molly, the decisions that you're making are so poor. They really are. Like, I'm really being serious. Like, you're making poor decisions. I'm not saying this man is going to do anything to your baby. I'm just saying, why put your baby in the predicament to find out? But anyway, he's being Mr. Mom. He's been here and he claims that he's so in love with Molly after meeting her in the DR. He's babysitting Kinsley. They go outside and they're playing with chalk on the deck. He tries to teach her, you know, how to say the color blue in Spanish. He's trying to teach her how to say Papa, Big Daddy, Daddy Mac, all those kind of things. And she ain't really feeling it. She's one of those little girls where, you know what I'm saying, she's older than her age. Let me put it like that. She's a grown-ass little girl as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, I digress because I don't like talking about people's children. So he tells her that he's going to marry, you know, Molly, and that, you know, basically he's going to be, you know, her daddy forever. Kinsley looked at him and was like, no, you not. I got a daddy, bitch. I got a daddy. He was like, well, you know, I'm going to be your daddy. She said, no, you're not going to be my daddy. He said, she ain't feeling me. She don't like me. I mean, it's bad enough that Olivia don't like me now. She don't like me. Excuse me. For some reason, he seems to think that marriage is going to make him a daddy. It takes more than marriage to be a daddy. She told him, the only person I love is my mother. I don't love you. And then she tests the borders. She tests the boundaries. And she puts some chalk on his arm. She does it semi-aggressively because she doesn't really know if he going to pop her little ass or if he ain't. And that's the danger of leaving a stranger with your child. Because had it been me, I would have popped her little ass. I don't care what country I done came from. You're not going to be passive aggressive and put some chalk on my arm to test the boundaries to see whether or not you can tag my ass. I'm going to let you know straight up and down that you can't tag me. I don't care how young and how old you are. But Molly, see, this is the thing. You put your daughter in that predicament. You also put him in the predicament because the first thing he asked her is, why'd you do that? She said, because I don't like you. I don't love you. And don't make me do it again. Too much. That's too much. You see what I'm saying, y'all? It's too much going on at Marley's house. Marley, you at work and you having conflict in your home. You don't know what kind of guy Louise is. Why would you put him in that particular predicament with your baby? Your little grown-ass little baby. She's crossing all kinds of boundaries. She's being disrespectful too. Not that she owes him any respect, but you have to learn how to honor and respect your people who are older than you, those who have rule over you, those who are older than you. Since when did we as Americans go away from having respect for your elders? This little girl mouth is smart as hell. She gonna tell him, I hit you with the crayon. I zinged on your arm with the crayon, with the chalk. And bitch, don't make me do it again. That's too much. It's too much. Too soon. This man has only been there a week. It's too much too soon, Molly. How the hell you gonna go to work? Why don't she have a daycare? Did you bring him over here to be your little maid in the house? What are you thinking about? Your ass ain't thinking. That's the thing. You're not thinking as a responsible, loving mom who cares about her daughter. The next person we see is David and Annie. David is over there in Thailand, and he and Annie are getting ready to have their traditional Thai engagement party. He's got all this money on him, all these bots on him, because, you know, basically he got to go out there and pay everybody. So the village has a big celebration, and, you know, the tradition is that he's to go in there, you know, with the monks, and after he prays with the monks and get the blessing from the monks, then he goes, you know, and dances his ass all the way to the family's house with some more money in his pocket. He feels like a king. He thinks that Chris and Nikki aren't coming because she's 6 months pregnant, and they show up. And he's like, you know, he done came a long way. You know, basically they treating him like a king today, and he ain't got a damn thing. Chris, you would know, wouldn't you? Because you've been helping him. So when he gets closer to the house, there's this tradition that there are different women who stand in the pathway of the door, and he has to pay his way in order to get to the parents. I wouldn't pay the goddamn thing. Either you're going to let me walk up in there or you're not. Or I'm going to break down some, you know, some of them little ropes or whatever. You know, the hell with this tradition. You're trying to break somebody. I mean, I'm just like, what? She's happy. He's happy. He's a really sad guy. He didn't even have the money to sit up there and really pay these people. He had to borrow more money from Chris. What a sad. He's got to give each person 100 bahts in order to, you know, get to the house. Once he get to the house, he got to peel off another 50,000 of them. Because he owes the family 500,000. So this is his leeway. That's what they say. A woman got a gold mine between her legs. I don't know what Annie got, but he paying that money with his dumb tail sound. Next thing we see is Evelyn. She's at the house with David. They having a party. David's been here now 24 hours, and he ain't really feeling he ain't feeling the place at all, okay? But he's going to have this party, you know, this welcome party. The pastor and everybody arrives, and I'm thinking, okay, is he not staying at the pastor's house? Because I thought that he was staying at the pastor's house. So if he met the pastor 24 hours later after the pastor got there, then where is he staying? Or where has he been staying for the last 20 years? Okay. So anyway, he meets everybody and everybody's welcoming to him and all of that kind of stuff. And then Makala comes through the door and then the whole house gets uncomfortable. They put the hatch down on the windows and close up the piano and put the guitars in the case, and everybody's out, and now we're at the OK Corral. Ooh, do 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 do. Hey, Makala. Hey, what's up? Thanks for coming. Thank you. So you don't like me? No. Why? Because of your age. I don't know you. I want to make an assessment of you myself. Oh, really? Yeah. Where everybody else was welcoming. Okay, and? Well, Makala, basically, you act like one of those type of women that ain't never had nobody. You got somebody? No. No wonder you acting like an asshole. Oh, really? Really? You didn't have to go that low. Now you crying, Makala. But you know what? Your girl set her up. She gonna sit there and say, basically, I wanted you to come here and welcome him with open arms. You already know what conversation you had with her. You already sat there at the restaurant and prepared him to be a complete butthole, and he was a butthole. You gonna tell her that, basically, if she don't accept him, you know what I'm saying, she's disrespecting you. No, that ain't no disrespect to you. That's her opinion about it. And for y'all to make that girl cry like that, I was so pissed off, because why would you make her cry? That was so unfair to do that to her. I was so sad for her, y'all. I swear to God, I was so sad for her. She said, it just seems like you came to judge him. She said, no, I came because you invited me. And when you invited me, you knew how I felt about him. Even Evelyn thought that he was too hard. Too late, Evelyn. Evelyn, I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. I thought that you was different. But I see in these upcoming days, I mean, in the things that I've seen tonight, that you really immature. You really are not ready for marriage. It just ain't gonna work out, because you know what the thing about it is, y'all have more that separates y'all than y'all have that bind y'all together. But anyway, I'm gonna digress, because we got to go back to Elizabeth and Andrei. Elizabeth is basically, trying to prep him and give her little Viking, some advice. She's trying to help him get through the visa process. So she tries to, have like a mock interview with him. She tells him to get up and walk out the room and come back in, and I'm going to be the lady waiting on you. So he goes ahead and obliges her. He really ain't feeling it, because he's just an asshole. He's just a barbaric Viking asshole. He really is. And so, basically he goes out the room. He comes back in. She asks him about, why have you ever been to America? He said yes. She asked him, well, why did you overstay your visa? I understand you overstayed your visa. He said, yeah. And then next thing you know, he goes to 100. And he starts talking about how he's not going to be kissing anybody's butt. How basically he's going to go in the interview and he's going to be nice. But if the lady having a bad day, it ain't his job to make her have a good day. It ain't his job to appease her. No, it's your job to answer them questions accordingly. Because I'm going to try to tell you right now, boo, under this political atmosphere that we living under right now, don't come over here acting like no straight ass. Now, I understand through the blogs allegedly that you and Elizabeth are already married. I don't know whether or not you living here or not. But let me tell you something, buddy. You can play if you want to. Your ass will be back over there. Because you know who's going to be the one that's guiding you about it? You and all the other fake ones that's over here just for a K1 visa. It's going to be Marley's daddy. Because Marley's daddy is not playing with these mofos. He's not playing with these mofos. He said this ain't going to be your one-way ticket to America. It just ain't going to be it. He feel like it happened 10 years ago. And, he a little sorry about it. Really? What's a little sorry? Either you sorry or your ass ain't sorry. It's either that or, whatever. So next thing we know, we see our girl, Nicole. She is back over, with Azan, and she has finally got to the aunt house. They are sitting there on the sofa. The aunt is really happy to see her. Maye is snatching toys from their daggone kids and everything. I know they had to cut because I know they was crying, because if she ain't in control out in the street, she sure ain't in control over nobody's daggone house. They trying to calm her down and everything. They probably gonna end up having to give her some kind of sedative or something. They gonna have to give her like, they're going to have to give her something. But I digress, because the baby off the hook, because Nicole let the baby be off the hook. So Nicole looking back and forth and everything, and she's so dumb. She's so dumb to traditions and everything. And she going to sit up there and ask the aunt, because, everybody being gracious and nice to her. She going to ask the aunt, how you feel about Azan coming to America? She was like, oh, he going to be fine. He gonna be fine. Ain't nothing gonna happen to him. I'm happy for him. And then next thing she gonna pop up her mouth and say, look, can we stay in one of them rooms you got back up in there in the back? Dog was like, damn. No. We got Muslim traditions around here. Now you gonna have to have you some papers. Some marriage paper. Now if you got marriage papers, you can go head on back there. The aunt gave her the thumb. You know what I'm saying? You can go on back there. But until you show me some papers, and I mean some paper, a marriage certificate, you'll sit your ass on the sofa while Azan is here. So Azan said, okay, I'm embarrassed. I would have been too. How the hell you gonna ask my family if you could come and stay up in a room like that? I got an older sister. I'm trying to tell you, if you ain't married, if you're cheating, if you got a girlfriend, I don't care what it is, you're not staying up in her house up underneath the same roof. That's her household. She has very Christian values. She has Christian values, and she don't play that dumb stuff with none of us. She don't care how old we are. She don't care. Sister don't care. He can stay in the hotel, you can stay at the house, or it could be vice versa, whatever. But you're not going to stay together under their roof. That's what they believe. So, you can't do nothing but respect somebody else's damn house, and Azan had told her that already. He had already told her, don't ask my aunt that. So anyway, they go to the back because he wanted to see, the room she was going to stay in. And, he's worried about her being upset about it. Because, at this point, she's been over there for a couple of days and she still ain't got none. And we all know she's sexually frustrated as hell and want to just sleep with a man. Come on, she done resurrected him and brought him back to life after she done killed him in the car. You know what I'm saying? Suffocated the hell out of him. And so, she wanted to be intimate with him. But Azan's like, no, it just ain't gonna happen. I don't want you to be mad. I understand. I'm not gonna be mad. Next thing we see is David and Annie. They sitting at the table, they've already gone through their, little ritual and everything. And he done already paid the family with Chris money to, have this little, bride and everything. And so they having a meeting with Chris and Nikki to discuss, living in the house. Nikki's pregnant and everything. And they sit down there. She says that, basically David is the kid that you ain't want. She said he's an unwanted child. He's always looking for Chris to carry for everything. David sits there and Annie, and they admit he ain't got nothing. He ain't got a pot to piss in a window to throw it out of. He don't even have an American bank account. He don't have anything. Like, he is totally living like he is Chris' child. David got, y'all, these some desperate mofos. I'm trying to tell you. Like, this, you can't make this stuff up. Like TLC, are they making this stuff up? Okay, so anyway. Chris comes, and he said, basically for 90 days, you ain't going to be able to work. She was like, yeah, I'm not. And we really do appreciate, everything you're doing. And he was like, but you can't work for 90 days, you know, legally, but you could work up in the house, like cleaning, cutting the grass, hanging shingles up on the roof, you know what I'm saying, putting siding on the house, digging ditches in the back, you know. You know, I need you to do all of that kind of stuff. Plus, I need your ass to cook. And by the way, can you give me a massage? She was like, what? He said, you know, a massage by the poolside. Nikki, Nikki, I wanted to smack the crap out of you. How dare you let your husband ask for something like that and not check his ass immediately at the table? And I ain't talking about, you know, just checking him verbally. I'm talking about checking him. I'm talking about grabbing him up around his goddamn throat and choking the holy... You just got your black girl card revoked. Your color girl card, your card for color girls only, it just got revoked. Because I'm going to tell you right now, boo, ain't no Thai woman of no sorts, no nothing, going to come up in my house and be cooking, cleaning, hanging shingles, cutting the grass, taking care of the lawn, flipping the baby, doing all that kind of stuff, boo. And I'm trying to tell you, she going to be living up underneath my roof. Do you not watch Lifetime? Do you not watch Lifetime? If you take a little minute, Nikki, calm down for a little bit, you know, while you're on maternity, and watch Lifetime, then you would not be having some other woman coming living up in your home. Okay. So anyway, she told him, hell no, I ain't going to give you no massage. She asked David, she said, David, did you tell him that I give Thai massages? Because, you know, that means I got to touch his body and all that. It means a couple of other things when you talk about doing a Thai massage, from what I heard, allegedly. And that's why Nikki needed to check that mess. Because I wouldn't even allow my husband to even ask anything like that with his uncouth behind. But he feel like he done paid for the booty too. He really has. Because, I mean, after all, David ain't got nothing. Chris paid for the booty. Let's just tell the truth and shame the devil up in God's house. Okay. She tells him no. Now, I'll come over there and cook. And I just might come over there and clean. But I ain't giving you no Thai massage. She was offended with it, as she should be. The next person we see, y'all, is Marley and Lewis. He done finally got to Louise. He done finally got to Papa Song. Yes, they up on the ranch. I noticed that Marley was driving. I thought that Marley had some DUIs. What was you doing driving? See, that's the problem with people that have those kind of things. They take extra risk and they sneak. They should have caught your butt. But anyway, maybe all the trials and tribulation and probation and restitution and all of that is over. Maybe. I ain't said you broke no laws. I ain't saying you was driving illegally. I'm just saying I thought you had a couple of DUIs. Allegedly, that's what they say. But anyway, they down at the ranch. On the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. Yeah. I am absolutely loving Daddy. I don't know if Daddy like women of color. But Daddy, I'm just saying, if you available, that's all I'm saying. If you're available, hit me up on aunties2cent@gmail.com. I'm serious! Daddy, I ain't seen no woman in, I ain't seen no ring up on your finger. I'm just saying, Daddy, I don't mind. I do not mind milking a couple of cows. And I don't mind plucking some chicken. Give me a call, Daddy. Big Daddy, Big Papa. But anyway, Lewis gets there and he shakes his hand and he shook it for about an hour. Yup. He let him know straight up, I'm Big Daddy. Oh my God. Love the daddy. Love the daddy. But they said he was a bigot, so allegedly the mom called him a bigot, so I don't know if he gonna call me or not, but we'll see. So anyway, he tells him, welcome to the United States. Lewis can tell automatically that the daddy ain't feeling him. They sit down and have a little conversation, and Molly, according to the dad, is acting like a little schoolgirl. He says she wants a man so bad in her life that she continues to make poor decisions about the men that she picks and she meets. That's apparent. That's very apparent, Dad. Good observation. The daddy says, you know, come on, let's sit down and eat. Justin cooked the food and everything. I don't know what Jesse is, but you know, Jess cooked the food. Don't call me Jess. I want your daddy. But anyway, so Molly goes on into this dialogue saying that she doesn't need any help, but she can sure use some. And the dad was like, I don't even know how to answer that. I don't even know how to answer that. He said, you act like you so happy, you so giddy, and you so pressed to be married that you would just run down there in that venue and go head on and get married today. She said, I just might. She said, what's the difference between me finding him and the DR finding somebody at the club? And Olivia politely said, it's not the same. She expressed her opinion to her mother in a reasonable tone, in a respectful way, and she had her eye on that daddy. So Olivia, you do know how to show respect. You show respect to your grandfather. Now I know your mother, again, has been a little unorthodox, a little off the cuff. But I was glad to see that you do know how to be respectful. You were sitting there with your little boyfriend, Matt, so I don't know if you were trying to impress Matt and being fake in front of Matt, or if you knew your grandfather would slam dunk you on the ground. Whatever the case may be, I was happy to see that you can be a respectful little girl. And again, I tell you that you're still going to have to honor your mother. Whether you respect her or not, you know, that doesn't matter. She still deserves honor. She still deserves honor. Next thing we see is Elizabeth again. She's trying to prep Andrei. Andrei just seems like he's just... He says he ain't begging for no visa. He said he ain't kissing nobody's ass for it either. Elizabeth sits there and tears her family down. I wasn't impressed. So the next thing we know, we get back to Azan and Nicole. They go for lunch on the beach. She sits there, she asks Azan, basically begs him, no vegetables. Azan, please, no vegetables. Just junk food and carbohydrates. I just want a whole bunch of carbs. You know, all of that fat stuff. I don't want to eat healthy today, do you mind? Matter of fact, I got Domino's on the go. I've got the app on my phone for Domino's. Okay? This girl is just messed up. She worse than Danielle. You know why? Because she young. All she got to do is work on herself. She's young. She ain't no old hag like Danielle. Then had 4 babies and all your babies grown. She's young. And she sit up there begging this man not to eat no vegetables. I don't want vegetables on my salad. Sandwich. I just want the nuggets. Give me the nuggets, Muhammad. I want my sex tonight, Azan. I want my fries tonight. This girl something is wrong up here. So Azan's basically saying, you know, where am I going to live? Are we going to live separately or are we going to live together? The whole thing about it in a nutshell is I don't want to come to the United States of America and be lonely. I don't want to be living in a separate house anywhere. And you just out there running around with your friends. Because you basically untrustworthy. I forgave you the first time when you cheated on me. And you know, I basically don't trust you. Azan, you can trust me. You can trust me. I'm desperate. And I'm saying it in a way that you should understand that I'm just absolutely desperate. And look at my face. Look at my neck. Look at everything. Can't you tell I'm trustworthy? I'm being honest with you, Azan. Azan said, I don't trust you like that, young. She said, do you love me, Azan? Azan said, yeah, I do. She said, well, do you trust me? Azan said, if you want me to, okay. She said, no, I'm saying, Azan, do you trust me? Look at me. Stop with the look at me. You're so unattractive, Nicole. There's nothing that you have done to make yourself look attractive. Fix yourself up, girl. Get yourself together. So she sits there, she's begging this man to trust her, and he's like, how can I trust you? You lied to me. You made me look like a fool. He asked her, you know, he said he don't want to come to the United States to just be watching her. Watch her run around while he's lonely for 10 years. He said that when she cheated on him the first time, and I noticed he said the first time, that he forgave her because, excuse me, y'all, he forgave her because she had texted him and called him over 100 times. And then she had Maye make a video and call him daddy. I swear, if that girl don't use that baby as a pawn. Nicole, I'm trying to tell you, the baby gods is going to get you. They're going to get you. She says that she cheated and took her ring off because she wanted to be free. So Azan was like, well, why would you take the ring? If you want to be free, why would you accept a proposal? She said, I don't know. I don't have no real good reason for that, and I can't think of a lie fast enough. So Azan's a little troubled about it. The producers asked Nicole, who'd you go out with? Stirring the pot, TLC. They got that spoon and they're like, who'd you go out with, Nicole? Nicole was like, just a guy friend. Azan said, a guy? You never said it was a guy. Nicole's sitting there looking stupid because here she is and got caught in another lie. She done lied to Azan again. He said, you told me that it was girlfriends and that's why you didn't come home that night. That's why you took your ring off, because you was with a man. Had I known that you was with a man and not with a woman, I wouldn't have took you back for all the tea in Morocco. Now she's mad because he don't want to talk about anything else but her lying. See, when it took her back, she shuts the interview down and leaves because she cannot think fast enough with her dumb ass. She can't think fast enough. So next thing we see is Josh and Ika. She comes over from the Philippines. She is basically too hot to handle. She tells him that he's going to have to take care of her. He shows her the new truck. She's making all kinds of shady ass comments for somebody coming from the Philippines to say, you're going to have to take care of me because I had a lot of guys that was waiting on me. I'm the prize, boo. You ain't know? Poor Josh. He sits up there and says that, you know what, she says things that are inappropriate and she don't even think before she speak. I think we're going to hear that same thing over again later on. He wants to provide her. Sorry, y'all. Let me get it back together. I'm back. Crisis diverted. Had my foot up on the chair and knocked the camera bag down. So, excuse Auntie for the... It's time for me to take my ass to bed. So the next thing we see is Marley and Lewis. Lewis is unhappy. Olivia don't like him and neither do Kinsley. He calls his parents and he talks to his parents and his family and his brother and everybody. And they're trying to encourage him to, you know, stay on in there because he really does love Marley. My heart really went out to Lewis. And you know what? I take back something that I said. Lewis doesn't look like he's gay anymore. Now that I look at him and he's cleaned up, he doesn't look like that. So, Lewis, I apologize for insinuating and assuming that, you know, it was a little bit too much sugar in the coffee. You all right, you man. Okay? But he's unhappy because he's left in the house. He said he lives in the countryside. He's used to partying and being in the city life. And I can understand that because if somebody took me and stuck me down in the South and had me in some rural area, like I probably would just die. I'm a city girl born and raised, Washington, D.C., and I can't imagine not living in the city. I can't even imagine living in a rural area like that. But his family tried to encourage him, but he's really sad. He's really, really sad. I'm going to go back later on and see if I can edit that fall up out of there. You know, we see Evelyn next. Evelyn and her boo. Evelyn is really immature. She got a whole lot of fun facts. You know, there's a big difference in the age between them. But there's just a big difference between how they handle things and their principles, their upbringing and everything. And that is one of the things that you have to consider when you thinking about bringing somebody over here from another country, because you're not going to see things the same way. And y'all, I know this is going into an hour, but it was a long ass show, so just bear with me a little while longer. You know, so basically, you know, she's saying that she hated her fight with Makala, and she felt like David had came off, you know, kind of strong and wrong. But guess what, boo? You instigated it. They sit up there doing wedding invitations and stuff like that. She's telling him to write in cursive. And you know what? If she says that the sky is blue, he says that the sky is green. He has an issue because he wants his friends and family from Spain to be accommodated by her friends. She 18. Most of her friends still in high school and cheerleading, still on the football team. She don't have no friends like that that's going to be able to accommodate your grown friends and family from Spain. She's disappointed. Her fun fact for this week is that she's disappointed that they wouldn't come unless they was being accommodated. And his fun fact rebuttal was that he is disappointed that they are not willing to help. Y'all are not a match made in heaven. This thing is going to be hitting divorce court on Fox 5 and whatever network still carries it. This ain't gonna work. You're too opposite, and she's too young and stupid. So we got Ika, you know, at the house and everything, and they're having a little get together. She's going to be, you know, meeting the roommates and stuff like that. So she comes down. I noticed when she met the male roommate, you know, she said that, you know, he's a big handsome guy. And when she met the female, she didn't compliment her at all. You a little... So we see Joe, my boy Joe. Joe brings in, you know, a kit, an American kit. He brings in some flowers wrapped in American paper. He said it's a welcome to America package. So he brings in some flowers, some little carnations, and they wrapped in American flag paper. He gives her some chocolate with the American flag on it, and then gives her a necklace with stars and stuff on it to light up. Joe, you a daggone mess. Then goes in and starts interrogating her ass and talking about some, you know what, the whole thing about it in the man. I understand that you was with another American man. She said, damn right. They said that that the United States is made, that they said that America is a land of milk and honey. And I'm hungry and I'm thirsty. Yeah, I sure, yeah, I need something sweet and I need something white to wash it down with. And that's why I'm with Josh. I'm in the land of milk and honey, boo. Ain't nobody tell you. So, you know, basically, you know, she said she 30. She want to live in her own house. The roommates is cool for right now. But she ain't going to be able to do this. She can do it until she get that K1 visa. But she said once the K1 visa, she get the K1 visa, the game about to change. So Joe was like, you know, let me ask you a question. I mean, I done brought you a coming to America package, you know what I'm saying? And I want to ask you a question. I understand you was dating another guy. She said, yeah, but I picked George. She said, you know, so what, you don't like me or something? So Joe was like, I mean, you know, I'm just saying, I was with him when he got divorced, and I helped him pick up the pieces, and I don't want him to go through all of that again. And she was like, you know, I don't want him to go through that either, because I said something to him earlier about me being his third wife, and he told me something, the third wife is the charm. She said, no, I'm worried about it too, but what I'm saying is we can go ahead on and make it do what it do up in here. You know what I'm saying? She said Joe talks before he speak. She said Joe talks before he thinks. I'm sorry. Your new boo, your fiance, said the same thing about you. So you done met your matching Joe. Get ready for this bumpy ride. We see Elizabeth and Andrei. He's going in for his visa interview. We don't give a damn. All right, so the next person we got is Azan and Nicole. They finally sit down, you know what I'm saying, at the OK Corral for their final meeting. They want to sit there and, you know, he wants to talk about the Mayes with the aunt. And, you know, basically, Azan is at the gym, so she goes to a hotel because she said that's where Wi-Fi is available. Make a phone call to her mother. She wants to tell her mother that, you know, things are not going that great, but she really didn't want to. The mother said, I've been looking at the pictures on Facebook and on social media, and May looks really happy. And she's like, you know, May is happy, Mom. She said, but it's something not right. You know, that's the thing about a mom. A really caring, loving mom, you can pick it up instantly when something's going on with your babies. I'm telling you, you can pick that thing up instantly. So anyway, you know, she, you know, wants to tell her mom, but she doesn't. So she goes and meets Azan, and Azan is pissed. This is the point where we see Azan. Azan said, I'm ready to break up with her. I don't want to come to America and live like that. This woman lied to me for the second time, and I feel like a complete and total fool. She said that she didn't have anybody, and yet and still she cheated with this man. And she took a ring off. She says, Azan, you got to trust me. I'm sorry, but I love you. Look at me. Oh, my God. Do I have to look at you? Do I have to? So anyway, she looks at him and everything, and he's like trying his best to give her some slack, to believe her, to trust her. But it's hard when somebody lies. When a person betrays your trust, it is so hard to get that trust back. Like, it really, really is. So anyway, he said he feels like a fool twice. She said it was just a friend and it wasn't romantic. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. Azan said he trusts her 40%. And in order for them to stay together, he's going to have to evaluate the relationship. I say, Azan, well done. I say, Azan, you know what? Maybe you are legitimately in love with her. I don't know how, and I don't know where, and I don't know when. But maybe you are. He asked her, Nicole, is there anything else I need to know about you? She says no. There was a reason why TLC highlighted that. We know, that there's some editing that goes on, but there was a reason why they had him ask her that twice, and they filmed it. It's going to be some other stuff that's going to come out the woodwork, some other skeletons that's going to fall out of Nicole's French fry, eating no vegetable, wanting whole mouth. She says, I've been faithful and loyal. Okay, we'll see. Tomorrow we will be out here for our regularly scheduled chat and nightcap talk of all things 90 Day Mofos. I apologize for the phone flipping and all of that. But again, like I said, I had my foot up on the chair and the camera fell and all of that. But I'm going to see whether or not tomorrow I can edit it out. Tonight, I am just too damn tired to do it. So please excuse your auntie. This is live. And so stuff like that happens when you live. Thank you all so much for being here for my review. And have a great night. See you tomorrow. Love you.